Hi, so I'm going to talk to you today about some of the things I do to try and get around writer's block when I'm in the studio. One really good exercise is to build a drum kit out of, or build a beat at least, out of sounds that are not drums. So that is taking things from samples from the environment, whether that is you clapping your hands, or recording the sound of a cupboard slamming, taking some street noise, and cutting up the transients to make a beat. It makes you get very creative about the way you process these individual sounds. You know, how you look at the frequency ranges of different sounds to make them emulate the kick, the snare, the hi-hat, or whatever else you want to do percussion-wise. It's a really good exercise, and it also, I mean, it's a good exercise in sound design as well, because I think if you go through that and you make yourself a beat out of elements that aren't actually drums, you've created something unique that other people probably wouldn't have. So that's good in itself. And one thing that can really help with that, there's a free plugin by Voxengo called Span, which is a really great spectrograph. So what's useful to do is, take a kick that you like, and then a sound from the real world that sounds kind of like a kick, and then A/B those two sounds, like compare the curve, the frequency curve on the kick sound that you like and the kick sound that the noise that you're using to emulate that, and that'll help you get those sounds functioning in the same kind of way. Another thing I do to kind of set me off is try and put stuff together that kind of don't make any sense. So I don't know whether it's take a sample of some country guitar and like a reggae beat and an acid bass line, and just kind of try and make it work. And I very rarely end up using what comes out of that initial moment, but it definitely sparks off some ideas creatively when you just start forcing random components together. And then lastly, the last one is kind of trying to expand through limitation. That is, every so often I will set myself the challenge of making a track with just one drum kit and just one synthesizer, and usually a simple one. So what this does again is it stops you from just cycling through preset after preset, trying to find that perfect sound, and forces you to focus on the structure, the way you're writing it, and also the processing you're applying to these individual sounds. Rather than trying to find something that sounds amazing straight out of the box, it forces me to be a bit smarter about how I process things, and the work that goes into getting the right sound. So I hope that's been helpful. That's how I approach creative block. Yeah, good luck.